What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Conversation Lab, the unplayable podcast about your favorite game, Star Wars Unlimited. And I'm D-House here with Jay and Mike and Jim, and we're going to talk about this great game. So, fellas, how'd you do this week? What have you been playing? How's your week?
Jay,
I don't want to know about Jim's week.
Playing,
we're going to start with Jay. Take it away, Jay.
If you can't tell from the way D-House is talking, we do not have a script this week. So...
The unplayable, the unwatchable, the unlistenable. Conversation.
Yeah, I've been grinding with Mike and a few games here and there with a friend called Lau, and we've been playing. I'm supposed to be going to the 5K tournament in Orlando for Star Wars Unlimited. At least that's the hope. I have the approval. I just need to find a babysitter. So
Michael, do
if
it.
I find that, I get to go.
Out.
You should just fly out to the tournament though.
Yeah, why aren't you, Mike? Just get out there, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Why aren't you flying to
easy.
Orlando?
You go somewhere like every weekend. Just go to Orlando.
Yeah,
Oh god.
literally.
The ironic part is I will actually be in Orlando the week after the tournament.
Ooh,
It
nice.
makes me very sad.
Tough life.
So you've been playing lots of games.
Yeah, I've probably played like 200, 300 games in the last like
Too
2
many
weeks.
games.
100 games
My
today.
brain still hurts.
Minimum. 100 games today minimum. Maybe
Minimum.
200.
Yeah, maybe 1,000. Who can count?
Yeah, so I've been prepping for that with your boy here. And other than that, I went to Twin Suns last night. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
Played
that
Leia
sounds fun.
Sabine. And that deck goes fast.
No kidding.
It definitely... And I resupplied turn 2. So like Sabine comes out turn 2. Plus Leia comes out turn 3. And it's just like you got 2 leaders on the board. What are you going to do?
and so
guess
everybody
what?
ganged up
Yeah.
against you.
Everyone kills you. That's what happens.
Yeah, 100%.
So I lost.
But you lived the dream.
I did.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
I'm pretty jealous of that, actually. That sounds super fun. I want to play more Twin Suns.
Same.
Yeah.
Well, just
Have you
fly out to
guys been playing a
Chicago
lot?
every Thursday. Play some Twin Suns.
After
play
you
every
get done
Thursday?
in Orlando, fly out to Chicago, play with Mike.
Easy.
Then you can fly out. Or
Mike's World Tour.
Then you can fly out to Lexington.
Yeah.
Play with the gym.
One day. That would be fun.
Come on.
But children.
I actually am going to Twin Suns event right after this, so I'm excited
Perfect.
for that. I don't have anything built, but Han and Chewie will be what's being built, so should be fun.
Nice.
I dig it.
I am going to play somewhere on Sunday, and I'm excited. We're supposed to have 8 to 10 people at this store that we only had 4 at last time, so pretty excited to play with some more folks.
Nice. Did you play? But you played just with Jay this week. Did you play with anybody else?
He
I
doesn't
can't
need
remember.
to play with anybody.
play with
I
Jim?
am everybody.
Did we play, Jim? Yeah, we played.
I built this super awesome yellow Grand Inquisitor deck that lost every game. So
But did you just make it
That's
back
what
and the Ruthless Raiders in? That's all we need to know.
That's what you ended up playing? Because I asked you like a week ago, has anybody tried Yellow Grand Inquisitor? Didn't
I
Jim
tried.
build that deck? And
Yeah,
then you
I
spent
built
like
it.
a week building it and you played it?
yeah,
Nice.
and it was bad.
Yep.
It was bad, but we tried.
I like it.
I don't even remember what I played.
It didn't matter. It was just stopping me.
Did you have heroic sacrifice in there though?
I don't.
Oh, that
remember.
was the spice you needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
That would
You're
have
not
won you
playing
every
out of
game.
aspect heroic sacrifice. You're not either.
Yeah, what are you
was-
really doing?
You
I don't
sneak
remember what it
attack
was,
your
but-
ruthless raider,
Yeah.
and then you heroic sack it before it dies anyway.
I'll send you
For
the
2
list real
extra.
quick.
Easy.
What I
You,
had. so.
you also play out of aspect rebel assault so that your partisan insurgents can hit for extra.
We cracked the meta.
Nailed it. What about you, David?
All right.
Yeah, so I played Sunday at a local tournament here with I ran Cheer It Red, which apparently everybody's doing now. So
Oh,
it's
this,
not
this
cool.
bandwagoner.
It's not cool anymore, guys.
Total bandwagon. Ugh, gross.
But it went swimmingly. I dropped one game against my buddy James and his Leia Red aggro stuff, but
Not surprised.
but
My experience, red shirt does not survive against aggro.
I
Yeah,
won the
that has
match
also
though.
been my
I won the
experience.
match. I said I lost. I dropped the
Yeah.
game. I went undefeated on the day. Thank you, Jay.
He must have just drew bad. He drew bad.
But yeah, so that was fun.
Do you play out of aspect vigilance in that deck?
Not yet,
Not yet.
but apparently I need to because it's a $45 card.
Everybody's playing it.
I did open
It's a what?
this
Yeah,
guy.
it jumped up. It
What?
got bought out. 'Cause,
Yeah. Okay.
it might
hang
not
on.
still be there.
Yeah, people out there, don't buy cards when that happens, because you're just feeding into the people who are trying to manipulate the prices.
Yeah. So buy my foil boss.
It's back down to
instead
30.
Okay.
But yeah, that foil boss
Yeah.
is sick.
That is
for
really
our
sick.
audio listeners. Which, by the way, for those out there, Mike told us to remind
yeah.
them. We do have an audio only feed on.
No, I told you to remind the audio only people that we have a YouTube channel.
Hey, audio people, we're on YouTube too. Would someone really find us just in audio only and be like, "Oh, I didn't know they had YouTube"?
I honestly have no idea. I don't know how people find the audio feed in general. Like, they probably just search their podcast platform for Star Wars Unlimited and find it. Hey, if you're out there listening and you can't see us right now because you're listening in audio, tell us how you found us, because I'm very curious.
Yep.
We don't advertise the audio feed whatsoever.
And leave us a
and
review.
We've been getting a lot
on,
more
Spotify, Apple.
Yeah,
Music.
do all those things. If you like the show, be nice to us. We would be nice to you too.
Also, this is a good time to say we have a Discord channel and we have secret videos that you can see only if you're in our Discord channel.
That's
so
right.
And how
join our Discord.
does that cost anything, Jay?
No, it's subscription free.
A single price of $10,000, and then you're good. And then you can see them all for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Wow, what a deal! I also played. You asked how I played, so I played Cheered on Sunday, and then yesterday I had my normal workday lunch with. We had a group of 6 of us at my work.
Here we go.
Jamming games and
Twin Sons Thursdays.
Well, it depends on how many people show up. So when I first got there, there were 2 guys in a game. No, 4 guys, and they were doing individual games. So then when the 6th guy showed up, we just started playing.
Yeah.
But I finally built a Boba Yellow deck to try it out, and so got to play that for the first time. It was fun.
Nice.
And
Did you play Cunning? Did it feel?
I did. I played Cunning. I played 2 Cunning in one turn when I had 6 resources, and it felt dirty. Like it just felt wrong.
With
Yeah, that
Boba?
sounds gross.
Yeah, with Boba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds gross.
And that's how I finished out, because I did 2 +4s, and it was like, all right, GG.
Yeah.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Yeah. So that was my week. Any other updates from your week in SWU?
My week in SWU.
Your week in SWU?
I mean, it's been a week.
Yeah, it's such a blur for me now. I feel like, I don't know, I simultaneously feel like I'm learning a lot about the game, and I've never been worse. So it's a great spot to be in.
That's because the last couple of days you've played decks that are probably not good into what I'm playing. So
That's probably
it feels
true.
bad.
Yeah, I'm basically like I'm the punching bag, and Jay is pitting his deck against all the meta decks that I have not built, and therefore obviously don't know how to optimally play, at least especially off the bat. So it's like the first game or 2 is just like an adjustment of like, okay, how does this actually work? And then once we figure the lines of play out, by that point in time, Jay sort of has an idea of how to play around the stuff that I have, and they're very much not tuned for what Jay is playing against, which is where if it's playing, which is probably a good thing, because it means that hopefully people aren't practicing against what Jay's gonna play, and then he'll do well. So fingers crossed. But yeah. It's been fun. It has been fun. Like I've never actually really done this that much for a competitive game. Like I went to the Star Wars Destiny World Championships and went to different events. Like they're open World Championships, so I didn't have to qualify or anything like that for those who are listening that don't know. And did some light practicing with people, but I've never really had a testing group and jammed games for this long and for I don't know with this much of a purpose. So it's cool to get in there and figure that out and try to do it and be a halfway decent testing partner. So.
No, you're great. You're great. I was also at Disney last weekend, so that was fun.
Did you
got to meet Chewbacca? Got to meet Rey. Kylo Ren walked up to me and he pointed at my tattoo on my arm.
Did he sign your aggression card?
I did not bring any cards to get signed. I probably should have.
That'd be pretty.
Does Chewbacca have a Batman mask?
No.
Asking the real questions.
I mean, he kind of did, right? The guy underneath has black painted here so that it doesn't.
What do you mean the guy
show.
underneath?
Yeah, exactly.
You got Mike with that.
Underneath the Batman mask. Are you not following?
That was so good.
Oh man.
It's actually Bruce Wayne dressed up like Chewbacca with the Batman suit on.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
For those who have no idea what we're talking about, I released a deck tech video about a red Chewbacca deck called Brown Batman. And I've gotten some funny responses to that in the last few days. It's actually been really funny.
It is the
go
greatest
check
intro
that
to an
out.
unplayable video you have ever seen.
Have you seen our Christmas videos, though, Jim? I don't know.
Yeah, it's either the best or the worst. I don't know
No.
which one.
Great.
So when I
Glad we
built
don't
the
have a
yellow
script
Boba
tonight.
deck, when I built the yellow Boba deck on SweetDB, the name assigned to it was Pink Morpheus, and I was like, Parker, man, you're just out here just dropping these names out. I'm like, I can't change that. So I'm thinking like if I made a deck tech video with the little glasses, the Morpheus in the Matrix,
You have
every
two pills in your
single-
hand.
Yeah, there you go.
it's gonna be
They're
great.
both yellow. They're both yellow.
That's good. That's a thumbnail right there.
All right, so FFG had a live stream this week, guys. We didn't get any cards. We got a lot of art.
The art was great.
It does look good.
I'm very excited for set 2.
It is all of their favorite artwork pieces, though.
Yeah.
So it's like, did we just see all the best art in the game?
Well,
Or in the set?
Potentially.
The rest of the art sucks.
maybe their favorite won't be our favorite.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Very true. Very true.
It's true.
Because we have more taste, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Obviously.
Mike, any favorites? That got dropped.
Yeah, the Afro art was insane.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a lot of people's favorite, but I love that art piece.
That was not my favorite. I thought it looked
Which
cool,
one was your favorite?
but I'm also haven't read all the Afro comics, so it's not like she's like my favorite character or something.
Yeah.
I'm scrolling back through it. I do really like the is it Zuckus and what's the
Oh,
other
yeah,
guy's
For
name?
LOM.
Forlom. Yeah, those two.
For LOM.
Those two art pieces look really cool together.
LOM. LOM.
Another
Hey,
one.
If your favorite isn't the Boba Fett art, you're just wrong. I mean,
That one is
that
very
one's-
good.
that was
So
fire.
just sitting in the throne on Tatooine
Okay,
with the
there's
Rancor
some-
faces on the sides.
There are some really
Tex.
good ones. Yeah, Tech
Text
is really
artwork
good.
looks really freaking cool.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. I liked Tech's art until I thought about it a little more, and he's like doing that pose where he's like, he's like looking like this.
This
And he's
guy.
holding the thing up, but like, what is the thing doing?
Ooh.
It's about to show somebody.
But why wouldn't it just show somebody then?
'Cause he's clicking it on.
This is where we Photoshop in like the unplayable logo. Like,
Oh god.
there's an opportunity here.
Let us spoil it.
That's our next Matt.
There should be some kind of meme challenge with this art piece.
That's smart.
We'll start it. We have to post it with this podcast.
Yes, for sure.
I am a big fan of the Tusken Raiders playing basketball. Like that one looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I've never heard that.
That's good.
Why do you think that's so funny, David?
Because I never thought of that, but that's exactly what he's doing. Oh my gosh.
Like he's on the
ball
sideline,
just
like
went out of bounds. Yeah.
yeah, he's throwing it back in.
And it's literally 5 Tuskens. Like, it's a basketball team right there.
Oh god.
That's so good.
Oh, I can't unsee it. This is amazing.
Wow.
Now we gotta Photoshop some jerseys on them, and oh my gosh.
That's so good.
Space Jam jerseys.
Yes. Oh wow.
This is the Monstars. It's exactly what this is.
There it is.
Oh gosh, this is what happens when we don't have a plan for our podcast. We just
sorry,
off the
everybody.
rails.
The Chewbacca. This is the best
yeah, the
Chewbacca
Han
art that
Chewbacca.
we've had so far. I think.
I think so too. It's so
with
good.
with Han.
His facial expression of just like,
But he's not
what
doing
is this
this.
guy talking about? That's a shockingly good impression.
That is like perfect. You should have did that for your brown Batman thumbnail.
Mike always uses our faces
You know
on the
that-
thumbnail, so it's gonna be.
It's
It's
definitely gonna be
100%
that.
It reminds me of the Pam from The Office meme, where it's like corporate
Yeah.
asked us to point out
Spot
the
the
difference between
differences.
these two pictures.
my gosh.
For those in audio, just watch the YouTube video.
There it is. It's
Artwork
good.
looks
All
good.
right. Art good.
Looks good.
Art good. All right, let's pivot to some listener questions. Mike, you got some questions for us?
Oh, was I supposed to pull them up?
I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first question that we're going to talk about.
This is from Discord,
And-
by the
okay,
way. If you're in Discord, you can drop
Yeah.
in the channel the Convo Lab questions.
All right. First question, which we have answered before. So David, this is a question for you. You can give like a really quick answer. But this is from Mad Surfer, and he asks, how do you grow a local scene? I live in a small town with mostly Magic Commander shills that shut down all other formats and games. Just want to see this game survive here locally.
Yeah, I feel like I've answered this before, but number one, get to know the store owner. Maybe even see if you can like set up a time to play with the store owner, because I think if they're bought in, that could be a thing. So play with the store employees. If you don't know the other players, like if you already know players at the shop, like you can say, hey, come try this thing with me. If you don't, that's where I just go into like, where do I spend time? Who am I spending time with already? And can I convince them to play this game with me? That's why I have Thursday work lunches where all we do is play Star Wars Unlimited. So if you have that kind of a pool, you can invite some people, build some decks. I've heard some
Not
people.
everybody's blessed with 7,000 coworkers.
Okay,
true.
but then I would just quit that job and get a new job with 7,000 coworkers.
Easy.
That's how you build a community.
Just open your own game store.
Be around people. Set up in Starbucks with a sign, say, learn a new game at your table. But yeah, I think some of the standard things, make sure you've got a Facebook page for your area. Make sure you have a Discord channel set up for your area. Ours are blowing up. We started real early before the game started, so ours have absolutely exploded. So it takes time. Like a lot of that doesn't happen overnight. But Mike actually designed, and then we stole his design. I actually have it right here. These little business cards that says, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it says, no, you're not going to see it. It says Chicagoland SWU community with a QR code to join the Discord.
Jay's asleep
Can we
now.
kick Jay out? Can we? Is that possible on this recording software? So having something, you need to be able to, like, when you play with someone, like, have a next step. Like, if you don't have a next thing, then you're not really building community. So make sure when you go to something that you have in mind, what's the thing after this? And
That's good. That's a
There you
good
go.
takeaway.
great.
I like that. All right. So from Jimmy DeHand, shout out to Sons of Mandalore. We know what the leader and the unit version of Din Djarin does, but we only know the leader version of Moff Gideon. What do you think the unit version of Gideon will do? And do you think he will be a legendary as well?
It's a good question. If
It
there
is.
is one.
Yeah. Well, I assume there is one.
Yeah, because I mean, Vader and Luke were in there, even though Vader wasn't the same color, which I know
Neither is Mando.
Mando isn't either. So
Like probably something to do with the troopers, the dark troopers. Like even though the leader already does, I think it would be something very similar still. What does his ship do? I forgot.
You get to return three cost or less villain unit from your discard pile to play.
To play.
So
and
that
it's got
brings back
Overwhelm
yeah.
on the text.
Yeah. 8-7 or 7-8 or something.
well, what color? If it would be the not the same color like we've seen in, except for Luke, what color do you put him in?
Red,
So he's-
maybe?
he's
Blue,
naturally
maybe
green,
because there it would be like in the second color in the starter deck. Like
Oh, fair.
Oh,
Vader.
yeah, okay.
red, green,
Yeah.
whatever. Mando's
That makes
blue.
sense.
Yeah. So a blue Moff Gideon.
A vigilant
would-
Moff Gideon.
He's vigilant. I don't know. This is tough. Like what's
Because he's not like a shield guy.
What are his characteristics? Like what would
Being
make
angry.
Is he angry? I don't know.
He's
Like
power
the stoic
hungry.
angry. Just like,
He's
yeah.
trying to find Grogu, right? So maybe there's something like he's vigilant in his search for Grogu.
Ooh. Okay. You can capture
There's something
2 or
there.
less cost.
Ooh, there you go. Yeah, I like it. So you can just capture Grogu.
Yeah.
That's
Easy.
fun.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. FFG. Hire us now. We designed a card.
All right.
Captures broken. That's awesome.
Okay.
We got there.
All right, next question from Mad Surfer. Starter deck showcases and hyperspace. If and when do you think FFG would start making showcase versions of the starter deck leaders and other variants for the cards unique to starter decks outside of OP? Part of the question is also dependent on how far sets are printed. Like, is set 2 already printed? In which case, would set 3 be the earliest? I fear that if they don't and certain cards overperform, it will be really easy for private parties to buy cards out to inflate the price. Okay, independent of the price speculation stuff, I really want all of this stuff because my binder will not be complete without it. So,
Thanks, Mike's binder.
yeah, please, FFG. I mean, they're not listening to this, so they'll never hear it. But I need Showcase Luke and Showcase
I have
Vader.
a
What's going
feeling
on?
that the starter deck hyper foil versions will be like
They gotta
prize
be
wall stuff.
Yeah, they gotta be.
And then maybe like showcase Vader and Luke, or like you win the Galactic Champion.
That's
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
saying even
Get this.
top
Those are
8
gonna be
of
so
Galactic
expensive.
Championship.
Those are gonna be so expensive.
Because
It'd be
you
so
should.
cool,
I mean,
though.
in theory, if they're not doing cash tournaments, but you have, but
Yeah,
you
that
win
would be a good way to.
one of 8 in a top 8,
Yeah,
showcase
that'd be
Luke or
pretty
Vader.
insane. The really interesting thing about that is that they would probably be the rarest showcases out there, and you would know exactly what the population of cards would be because it's finite, and you know like how many top 8s there were of that level of tournament. I mean, if they do that, I'm gonna have to get way better at this game because
The training starts tomorrow.
either that or I'll buy them, but I don't like they're gonna be very
Crazy.
expensive.
Crazy numbers.
Or maybe like their calling style tournaments, their prizes, or
Yeah.
something
Maybe
like
they're on
that.
the
Or
prize
they're
wall.
just prize wall. Maybe you can just get them off the prize wall for
That'd be
like
cool.
1,000 tickets,
Yeah.
whatever that artificial number.
1,000
means.
Stanley
we-
Nichols.
we have to call them credits, not tickets. Let's get real.
Oh, for
there you
sure.
go.
For
Stanley
sure.
credits.
Prize wall credits.
For sure. Yeah. Well, I really hope that they make them because it would be insane not to.
Yep.
All right. Next question from Just Jack.
Here we go.
Kiss, Mary, Kill, Iden, Dell, Gideon Hask. Really
I hate
interested
you.
for D House to do a deep dive into each of their lore
Let's hear
and
it.
explain his reasoning.
Your time to shine, David.
Jack, you are removed from the Discord, Jack. You are no longer able to ask questions. The ironic part, can I say this, though? Because I'm not
No.
going to be playing any video games. But since he asked about the lore, I kid you not, I've been reading Tales, or it's like the Bounty Hunters comic arc. And it's about this. Well, it has lots of different bounty hunters. But literally, Iden, Dell, and Hask just showed up 2 issues ago.
Now
And
Jim's
they're like,
asleep.
they're tracking down these things, and so I saw Iden fight for the first time, and she's kind of
Nice.
she's kind of a baller. And then Hask
you should freaking play the video game.
Hask was ruthless and mean, and Dell just kind of watched on a sniper scope. So
So answer the question, D House.
yeah. So it's got to be Mary Iden, Kiss Dell, and
Good
kill
pick.
Hask, right?
I dig it.
That's
All
got
right, that's the
gotta be it.
definitive answer from D House.
Well, I
There
mean,
you
you can't marry Iden without killing.
oh,
you
then
kinda have to
you gotta
kill-
kill
Oh yeah,
Dell
because
then.
Yeah.
gosh, dang it! All right, switch
But
those
like,
two.
if you kiss Gideon,
No, you did it right. You said kill Hask.
I'll give. I'll give.
No, because Hask
I'll
isn't
give
married to her.
I'll give
Dell
Hask
is.
the kiss of death.
Well,
So he
you
does.
might get. Okay.
Too.
All right. I like that twist.
I
Last
hate you, Jack.
question.
Thank you, Jack.
Last question. There's a lot of prediction questions. What are your predictions for leaders in set 2?
Jango Fett, so I can play Fett's Fire Spray in a not Boba Fett deck.
Yeah.
I like that prediction.
Dude, no,
I'm shooting my shot, and I'm gonna put it out into the world, and I'm calling Bounty Hunter Ventress.
Let's go.
Spicy.
Okay.
I just want to see it.
So we're talking shadows, in the shadows.
Yeah, who casts the biggest shadow in the galaxy? Bendu, because he's so big.
You know. No, what's the name? What's the name of that big worm lady in Solo?
oh,
like that-
Lady Proxima.
Yeah, because she's literally in the shadows. She can't even see the light. The light comes out and she starts. "Ah!"
That's pretty good.
So, and yeah, there you go.
Is that it? I like it.
I don't know. Beckett gonna be in there? I don't know.
Beckett.
Maybe. I don't know. He's also in the Solo movie.
Do you even know what his first name is?
Tobias.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he was in
Look at
Destiny.
that. Look at that. Nice, nailed it.
Nailed it.
I've let on too much that I know more than I let on. So sorry.
Amazing.
It's weird coming from Destiny to Unlimited because it feels like every leader that could possibly put into the set should be yellow. But that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
All right. That's good. That's a lot of questions, right?
That's a lot of questions.
that
That's
was a
all
lot.
the questions.
That was too many
done.
questions.
All right. Well, thanks so much for tuning into our unplanned, unscripted, unlistenable episode of the Conversation Lab. And
Probably the most unlistenable. Maybe.
but the Tuscan basketball team is going to sit with me for days. Like I need to and tech with this is
You're
that's
just
some
gonna be
good stuff.
driving to work and you're just gonna bust out laughing because you remember.
We
it.
need to review.
Like,
we need to
yes,
review the art
guys.
more often on this show, guys. I'm just saying.
We tried to do a tier list for
You're
art.
right.
Yeah, you
right.
shot it down.
I know. I'll change my tune. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do a tier list.
This guy.
But anyways, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Ta.
Bye bye.